Toki, what did I tell you about ruining my videos? And it's my birthday. Hey everybody, it's Drewsky Mcgillicuddy, and that's right, it is my birthday. I was born on the same day as Michael Audrey Myers. And you have to excuse the quality of this video. I was feeling lazy and I wanted to make a video, but I didn't feel like setting all this other bullshit up, so I'm just using the phone. You know, I mean, you should be used to using the phone, other than the fact that the headphone jack doesn't work, so I can't plug my fancy Rode mic into it. So now you're going to have to listen to this dog chew on his bone. Anyway, I've decided to get you one of them found in the wild videos together. It's been piling. Actually, it hasn't been piling up. I haven't been buying nothing. I haven't been going anywhere. I haven't been doing anything. But now that it's my birthday, I went out and bought me a few things. And then Sarah, the secretary, since she loves me, she got me a few things. And then one thing we got mutually. And I don't know if I had showed you this, but, you know, I bought it's the knife from the first Friday the 13th. I'm pretty sure this is what she cuts that one girl at the very beginning who's getting a ride. What the hell is her name? The girl, you know, she got the ride from the guy. And then Ralph says, "You're doomed." And then they just right across their, you know, it looks just like that, you know, so I figured I'd buy it for $15. Why not? Just need to sharpen it. And, you know, since that reminded me of Friday the 13th so much, obviously, you know, I picked this bad boy up. I didn't do an unboxing video, but here it is, everybody. I mean, just look at that artwork. Look at it, look at it, look at it. One of these might need to get tattooed. And look, as you can see, they are all in wonderful order. I didn't get any duplicates. I haven't looked to notice if I notice anything missing from anything yet, because there's still a certain franchise that I haven't gotten to yet. But don't think for 1 minute that I'm not going to revisit my favorite franchise. Well, it might be my favorite franchise. I don't know. Because there's this other franchise that you might have noticed if you've been a follower of my channel for some time. That for Christ's sake, Toki, do you have to make all the noise in the world? I guess so. Anyway, so Friday the 13th, the box set. Did you get it? Do you have it? Do you love it? I mean, of course you love it. Why wouldn't you have gotten it? If you are a fan of Friday the 13th in the slightest, why would you have not have gotten this? Also, real quick, before we get started, my friend Lauren at the haunted house works at Spencer's Gifts in the mall, and they had this fancy Poltergeist 2 shirt. So I had her pick me this up, and it was like 20 some odd dollars. She got a discount, so I gave her $20 bills to keep the change, because I'm a nice guy. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh shit. Hold on. Toki, for Christ's sake! You knew that I was making a video. I told you to go be quiet and lay down. Don't look at me like that. I told you, go lay down and be quiet. What do? You go lay right there where they can hear you just gnawing away at it. Just give me 5 minutes. I just want to show them this stuff, okay? Okay. Oh, I got this fancy Swiss Army bag that I can use as a haunt bag, because I can put all my clothes in it, and then I can put my Advil or whatever have you, and then snacks and sandwiches, stuff like that. It was only $10. So, I mean, why wouldn't you buy it? It's got, like, more pockets than I have time to show you. But it's what's inside. It's not in that one. Not in that one. It's what's inside that counts. If I can figure out. Not in that one. Not in that one. There it is. I got these fancy Beavis and Butthead collections for $5 each because I looked online and like, sure, it's $40 on Amazon for the complete collection. But a lot of people are giving that bad reviews saying, well, if you would have just bought the Mike Judd collection, that's all you really need. Because the ones that came out on MTV later on in life weren't necessarily the greatest. But, you know, I love me some Beavis and Butthead. And, like, they were going for like $20 used. I got it for $5. So what the fuck, you know? I'm not going to pass that up. What am I, stupid? Anyway, the other day, I haven't never seen this whole movie because it's like forever long. It's like the longest movie in recorded history. And that's Meet Joe Black with Brad Pitt. Now, I have seen the infamous car accident or whatever where he gets hit by the car. And I've seen him eating peanut butter. But other than that, I don't remember nothing. And I figure, you know, Brad Pitt, Anthony Hopkins, they're wonderful. So I'll give it a chance. One of these days when it's cold and rainy in December, or my God, if it snows or something, there you go. But I am hoping that it snows this year because that would give me the perfect excuse to watch John Carpenter's The Thing. But no, this is Dances with Wolves. I don't know if you've ever seen Dances with Wolves. This is also an extremely long movie, but it is one of my favorite movies growing up. I used to have this weird obsession with Native American culture and all that stuff. We used to have like, you know, Indian statues and whatnot, and dream catchers and all kinds of shit. And I love this movie. So that's why I'm always bitching at people for littering, because, you know, stop it. Anyway, it has nothing to do with this movie, but it's basically about a Union soldier. Is it a Union soldier? Or is he, whatever. He's a soldier somewhere after the Civil War, and he befriends some Indians and, you know, starts learning their way of life and all that good shit. So it's a fucking good movie. You need to watch it if you haven't seen it. So that's Dances with Wolves. Now, this next one I was going to show you, I was going to save it for close to last, but I figure, you know, there's some stuff in here that needs to be saved for last. And I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this movie, ever seen this movie, but this is the type of shit that I was watching when I was, 7 or 8 years old. It's been almost, pretty much 30 years since I've seen this movie, and that is The Other Hell. And it's from 1980, and it's a nunsploitation film. A nunsploitation film. I don't know if, you know, Lee McCoy or anybody watches my videos anymore, but he's all into that Italian horror, and I assume this must be Bruno Mattei. I don't know how to fucking read, but yeah, it looks like it might be Italian. It might even say that it's Italian, but I can't read, so I couldn't tell you. But that's The Other Hell. It's basically, I'm pretty sure, about this crazy nun that goes around stabbing people with knives. And, you know, the next... She got me to stuff, everybody, because she knew that I couldn't get enough. Because you could never get too much of the stuff. And I reviewed this movie. You might not have watched the review, but just check out this intro.
The stuff is here now. Great new taste sensation. Light and free now. Gives you elevation. Enough is never enough. Enough is never enough of the stuff.
The stuff, the taste that makes you hungry for more. The stuff, taste that delivers.
Enough is never enough. Enough is never enough.
Wasn't that lovely? Wasn't that just the most lovely thing you ever... Anyway, the stuff from Arrow. It's an Arrow one. And like this, I hadn't seen this movie until a couple years ago, and it was just, wow. I was ashamed of myself for never having watched this cult classic of a movie. Like everybody, if you are a horror fan, a fan of 80s horror, a fan of any kind of practical effects, you need to watch the stuff, because I couldn't recommend it enough. And I can't get enough. Can't get enough of the stuff, or something like that. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Absolutely fucking love it. All right, this next thing I was going to go buy from Jesse Baker of Arcade Legacy, but before I had a chance to, this was like way back when too, the secretary was like, "You son of a bitch, you ruined your birthday," because she had already gotten it for me. Now, Devon Graham was nice enough to send me that media release, but I don't like, I'm honestly, I don't like the covers. I don't know what the heck, because that's not even Freddy from the first movie. It's like Freddy from the third movie. What's he doing on the cover of the first movie? Now that scene's from the first movie, but then, you know, look, you got the correct thing on this side. You see it? So it'll look nice on this. Or I didn't realize it, but I need the whole thing. Because if you complete the collection, you can't see it there, but if you look right here at this one, she got me this one too, and I was like, what's with this cover? And then it's got this thing, because this one's actually factory sealed, and this one's a fake record store job. But look, it completes Freddy Krueger. I just need to get all of them. Get all of them. Because I remember being at Horror Hound, and the whole set for these was $50. So if I could slowly but surely get the collection for under $50, that'd be all right. That'd be all right. But I'm pretty sure, a lot like the Friday the 13th box set, these came with a box that they went in. But, you know, all in good time. Because who knows, you might be able to find something like that on eBay. The actual, just the box. Maybe somebody was smart enough, even though they lost the VHSs, they saved that box. And I'll get it eventually. But what gets me even more excited is more media. Because this right here is probably Devil. Son of a bitch. We'll be right back. Sorry about that. Where were we? Oh, yeah. That was the mother-in-law dropping off my birthday care package. And I got that. So, you know, I put it on my shirt. I'll wear it for the rest of the day. Anyway, we was talking about Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 and this being like one of the greatest VHS covers of all time. Now, I do remember, I mean, you can kind of see it, but I could have swore there was like a poster for this, and in the poster you can actually see him above the street, and you can see the Elm Street house, but that might just be a Mandela effect. I don't know. But this image right here needs to be tattooed on my body somewhere, and we gonna make it happen. We gonna make it happen. I'm gonna spend way too much money on it, but I need it. Just like I needed this VHS. But now I got the VHS, so now I need the tattoo. Anyway, you better knock it off. I'll come over there and knock the shit out of you. Frank, stop tippy-toeing around, or tapping around. Get off my bag. Oh my God. Look, he's so short you can't even see him, but look, there's that one. There's that one just sitting there like, you're bad, dog. Get out of here! You better get out of here! Anyway, last thing, factory sealed, Dawn of the Dead Collector's Edition, and I can't tell you how long I've been wanting this. And I could have swore, and I'm pretty sure there might be a version out there that's not in like the jewel case, the clamshell case, that is actually in a steel tin. But I'm not absolutely sure. That might also have been the Mandela effect. But either way, I am super happy to have this, and I'd be super happy to find out if there is a metal one. I'll put that one right next to it, and I'll have two of them. They look, one's not metal, one is metal, but like, I don't know what it is about this, but I fucking love it. Like, and if you look closely, it's all just different colored images of the Dawn of the Dead logo, which I should have got tattooed somewhere bigger, but hey, who's to say I can't get the same thing tattooed twice? I mean, you know, I do what I want. It's my body. I do what I want. And then I need to get the VHS cover that has this on the front of it. And then, you know, whatever other copies of the VHS, DVD, Blu-ray they may have, because this might possibly be the greatest movie ever made, just because the characters, for Christ's sake, the characters, just, I love every single one of them. Flyboy, Fran, Peter, Roger, and like, you know, some of the zombies are super iconic, like the machete head zombie, the nurse zombie, the guy that steals the gun, the one that gets the screwdriver in his ear. I mean, there's just so many great scenes in that movie. Anyway, hold on. All right, what the hell are we talking about? All right, so that's it for this haul. It's a nice little horror haul for my birthday. But before I go, I was having such a good time over there at the Dent Schoolhouse. I had to bleep it out because I'm not allowed to say it anymore. They don't want me talking about it. But I gotta tell you this: like, they moved me to the bus, and the funny thing is, you know, people walk out the door and they're like, "Are we done?" And I'll kick the bus door open, and it scares the shit out of literally everybody. And I don't care who you are. You walk past the bus door and I kick it open, you're getting the shit scared out of you, regardless of what the fuck I have to say, you know. But usually they'll be like, "Are we done?" I'll kick the door open. I'm like, "I'll tell you when you're done. I'll tell you when you're done." And then, you know, start honking the horn at them and tell them, "Get the hell out of the way, I'm trying to drive." And then I'll come out the window at them on the other side with my axe and be like, "I'll kill you." And then I'll pop both axes. I got 2 axes out there, and I'll just start swinging it and get real close to their face because I'm a professional. So if they say, "I was really close," I'm like, "Don't worry about it. I'm a professional." But I like to sit there and swing it at them and just tell them, "I don't know any better. I don't know any better. I wasn't raised right." And then I'll like honk this, you know, you remember that older video where I had the little air horn. I got a little air horn, or it's actually a car horn that I honk at them to give them one last scare, especially if you're one of those people that are like, "Oh, I'm not frightened by things." You're going to be frightened by that car horn, let me tell you, because you ain't expecting it to be all the way back there at the back of the bus. And then there's this big rat that comes out of this other bus. And I always tell people, "Hey, if you're away from that rat, you'll get rabies, and then they're going to have to give you a shot in the butt." Just like that. I don't know. There's something wrong with my character. I know. You don't have to tell me that. But anyway, last night in particular, actually, before I get to last night in particular, let's tell you about fucking Friday night. Because this year's been crazy. I mean, there's been fights in the lines. People have gotten arrested. The police have had to tackle some bitches. It's getting out of hand. Like, the general public is getting a little out of hand, okay? And here's a prime example of the general public getting a little out of hand. Now, this cracky old lady, about late 50s, early 60s, who could tell? She looked like she had been drinking since she was 12, okay? And she was talking about, "I gotta piss real bad." And I kicked the door open and said, "Bitch, I gotta piss real bad." And she's like, "Fuck it, I'm paying." And I didn't realize, but security was right behind her, okay? She pulled her pants down in front of the bus and just popped a squat, took a piss right there in front of me, security, and here come a group. I had to tell like 5 groups not to step over there because some old drunk lady had done pissed right there on the ground in the middle of my scene. And, you know, don't walk in that shit. And, you know, I had to tell everybody, you know, and they thought I was fucking trying. Like, "No, look, you can see the puddle. You can see the puddle right there." So I had to keep telling people that until security was able to get down there with some bleach. And I was telling them, you know, I'm sitting there staying in character, blowing the horn. I'm like, "What the hell are you doing, lady? Somebody have her arrested. That's some kind of indecent stuff going on, you know, whatever." I don't know. Don't worry about that. Worry about the fact that Sunday night, it just popped into my head out of nowhere, and then I just couldn't stop doing it because the first group, I mean, I was scaring the shit out of them. They were afraid to walk past me, and like, they were all laughing their ass off, having a good time. So I was just kicking the door open and going, "Come here, let me kill you." Like, "Hey, come here, let me kill you." And then they'd walk in front of the bus. I'd tap on the windshield like, "Hey, you better get over here, let me kill you." And I'd blow the horn at them, "Get over here, let me kill you." And I'll pop out the window with the axe and like, "Hey, you better get over here and let me kill you, or I'm going to come over here and kill you." And I'll start swinging both axes at them. And then I'll pop up with the horn, blow the horn. They'll drop to the ground. And I'll be like, oh, what the fuck? You see, I lost my train of thought. "You better get your ass over here, let me kill you." So yeah, that's the kind of fun I get to have out there. And, you know, the other fun thing is, and I probably shouldn't tell you this because, you know, one of the people might be watching. But people be talking shit, right? Saying things that, probably shouldn't be said out loud by yourself in public or wherever you might be. And people just come in punching the bus and just like acting like they're gonna break shit and stuff. Well, whenever somebody says anything way too far out of line and think they got the last word as they's rounding that second bus, they don't know I got a little ladder I can climb up. I can walk over on the roof of the other bus. You'd be like, that's why you're... No. We'll just cut that out. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want people to know that I say terrible things back to terrible people. But anyway, don't worry about none of that. Worry about following these steps to helping this channel grow by liking the video. You could comment down below. You could subscribe. All that shit. You could do all that stuff, and I greatly appreciate it. I mean, and to all you patrons out there, I don't know what the fuck's going on with my Patreon app on my phone, and I'm too lazy to pull out a laptop. But yeah, I keep trying to post in there, and it's like, we don't know what you're talking about. So don't worry about that. But worry about, liking and subscribe, blah, 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 blah. And if you got an extra $1 to spare, why don't you head on over to patreon.com, or if you could throw any more, I'd be glad to not hold up my end of the bargain, but I'll, do my damnedest. But www.patreon.com/Drewsky. I appreciate it. Anyway, as you know, I'm wearing a watch. Just get the fuck out.